The Balance returned for a new season of meaningful conversation. Taking a close look at the development arena. First angle of introducing 3 new segments. Join the first segment, Chat On. And whenever the chat is on, please grab the opportunity. Join our second segment, Breaking the Glass. Finding out great people that have achieved great things. And we will find out how they break the glass. Of course, our final segment, Walk the Talk. Let's put the talk to actions. That's what it means. Where we will find out so many special things that have been put on social medias, that have been put into talks, but we will find out exactly where the works face. Walk the talk. The Balance Show is back again with exciting interface only on GRTS TV. Good evening, viewers, and welcome to The Balance. Last week, we have a very important show with Haja Maimuna Savage on the Breaking the Glass show. But today, we have a very important show. It's called the Environmental Heroes Challenge, right on The Balance show. It's a competition, very important, very, very important. You will come to learn this. Let me give you an example. You go around in the Gambia, you see everywhere people are just littering. Do we want to develop this country? It is now time for us to create heroes. And our heroes can only be those who will create ideas that will solve this issue. I welcome my environmental heroes. We have 3 giant regions, as you see it on the flyer. It's already told you that these people are leaders in their various regions. We have KMC, West Coast regions, and Banjul. They will compete on the Environmental Heroes Challenge. In details, we'll give you more about what Environmental Heroes Challenge mean. Let's go with the introduction. Let's start with Kemo. Kemo, welcome. You come all the way from West Coast. I hope you are ready for this challenge.
Of course, Baba. I'm so much happy right now to be part of this wonderful platform. And then it is an innermost pleasure for me to share this platform with my comrade leaders all the way from KMC and of course Banjul here, to talk about issues that are definitely affecting us within our environments. And of course, I bring solutions on how to mitigate some of these challenges that we face in our environments. So as we move on, inshallah, with the introduction, I will definitely deliberate more on our plans ahead of these activities. Yeah, so I am the regional coordinator for West Coast region, Global Youth Parliament, Gambia.
Thank you very much, Kemo. Of course, we will go to the next lady there, all the way from Banjul. Mariama, welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am honored to sit here, and I'm pleased to be with you guys here, the Global Youth Parliament, and my fellow honorable members. I am sure this thing is not going to only be a competition. It will teach others, the society, the nation, to keep their environment clean, because a healthy nation is a wealthy nation. I am Honorable Mariam Bari, the regional coordinator for Banjul.
All right, that is Mariama Bari, regional coordinator for Banjul, and I hope she is ready for the challenge. Senabu, welcome, KMC.
Thank you very much, everyone. Good afternoon. I am Senabu Jan, the regional coordinator for KMC. Like my comrades and fellow honorables have said, we are here to discuss about the environment, to show that our regions are working tirelessly to keep our environments clean. Without a healthy environment, we cannot go further. So that is our fight, and we will win, inshallah.
All right. KMC said they will win it, West Coast wants to win it, and Mariama from Banjul wants to win it. Who is going to be our environmental heroes? Now, some of you out there will ask a question, what does it mean? Environmental heroes. Environmental Heroes Challenge is a competition between chapters, that is, the Global Youth Parliament chapters within Banjul, West Coast, and KMC. You heard them. They are all here. These are the leaders. They are the people who will represent them. How? They are going to make sure that they select a red zone, a zone that they will maintain this place, apply the enforcement, that is the anti-littering law, which is not enforced, it's very weak, but they are going to make sure that that is enforced within their red zones. The red zone is going to be the area that they will select, because we want to start it smaller and expand it. How will it like if these people succeed in that particular red zone to make sure that that place, everybody get used to that saying once you enter there, you don't have to litter. In fact, it has to be once you entered in the Gambia, you don't have to litter. That's why we want to start it small. That's our strategy, and expand it bigger. That's what the Environmental Heroes Challenge is all about. It's going to be very interesting. You will enjoy it because it has a movie side of it. And then these people will be dressed up like old-time warriors. And they will come up to make sure that they compete, because the main fast will happen very soon, immediately after the holy month of Ramadan. We will have the main fast. They will come and they will speak in the words of environment. Now, this is a mini fast, that's how we'll call it. But this is just an introduction. For maybe now people understand what Environmental Heroes Challenge is all about. Yeah. I want you to tell us how prepared you are, especially those in KMC.
Okay, thank you very much for that question, Baba. Well, we are prepared. As you already know, KMC is working tirelessly to keep the environment clean. With our Honorable Lord Mayor, Talib Ahmed Bensouda, and his team, they're tirelessly working out. We have the waste trucks. We have 19 waste trucks. Obviously, we have them in every ward in the KM region. We now have an extra one, which is there for reserve, just so that waste management is done at a timely, instance, so that we can keep the environment clean, as well as we have like waste bins in all the areas in KM, just so that people can see if they have rubbish, they can throw it in the bins, because we understand that we're not used to throwing rubbish in the bins in the Gambia. Everywhere you have a rubbish, you just throw it on the floor, and it's not helping the environment. As well as working with our members, the KMC GYP chapter, we're ready. We're all environmental friendly, and we need to keep our environment clean. So this Environmental Heroes Challenge will task us, and obviously will gear us up so that we're ready to make sure that whatever red zone we decide that we're going to use will be kept clean, and we'll make sure and use the enforcement strategies with the anti-littering law and our militants. I like to call them militants, my team members, because we're ready to work at any incident that comes our way, and especially the environment. It's important. Like Honorable Mariama said, without a healthy environment, you cannot be wealthy. So we need to keep our environments clean, and that's what we're working towards.
And I hope your teams are really aware of this battle.
Yes, we're ready, and we're particularly interested in the fast, because that's where you see that, okay, we're all environmentally, ready with the words, and then we can actually emphasize how we're going to work towards strategizing and making sure that the KM area is kept clean. Already you're seeing the work from our mayor, because we cannot talk without mentioning the mayor and the work that they are doing. They're going around cleaning the KM area in the morning, in the night, and they're particularly worried about the sand, because that can cause accidents. So we're trying to clean off the sand so that it's nice and clean and nice and green. That's our motto.
All right, let's go to Kemo, West Coast. I hope you guys are ready.
Yeah, of course, we are set for this, and then inshallah we will emerge victorious. And Honorable Mariama and of course Zainab will not go head to head with me, because considering the fact that
West Coast will win the Environmental Heroes.
Of course.
And how prepared are you?
Of course, we stand a better chance. Baba, I always said this, and we definitely need to understand this, because for an informed society to be built, its young people must be engaged through affiliative engagements with their stakeholders. So when we came up with this policy, that Environmental Heroes Challenge, to make sure that we interrogate, some of our policies, that have not been implemented. This has been a law in the Gambia, anti-littering law. We are all aware of it, but has it been enforced since inception? No. And how many of us as young people talking about this in our environment?
Yeah.
We don't talk about this, and some of these are issues that need to be talked about. So this is why when we thought of this, the first thing that we did is to engage with our stakeholders, is to make sure that we meet the governor of West Coast region. We also met the chairman of Brikama Area Council, and all of them welcomed this policy plan. And right now we are working tirelessly in making sure that we start our anti-littering law policy from Ja Oil Brikama of the Brikama police station. That's going to be our first target.
That's going to be your red zone.
Our first red zone.
Uh-huh.
The second red zone should be around the turntable areas. These are the two places that we select for now. And we are making sure that we provide billboards that's going to serve as a sign of communication to the community that we are set to do this. Inshallah, by July, we are going to start our anti-littering law policy in collaboration with the Brikama Area Council and, of course, with the governor of West Coast region.
Uh-huh.
This is already in the pipeline, and definitely we will achieve this.
Now that is a very good point. I know KMC is listening, saying, how are you going to win? But we'll come back to her.
Yes.
Now, Banjul, you heard KMC said they are going to win. You heard West Coast said, forget about the competition. They are already the environmental heroes. What do you have to say to that? How prepared are you?
Okay, to me, I don't have much to say, Because we Banjulians, we don't talk, we just act. Acting is our work, we don't talk. But I know for sure that Honorable Mayoress Rohey Malick Lowe is working tirelessly to enforce this anti-littering law. I can recall last month when we met her talking about this anti-littering law. She organized an exercise training on a sensitization to give us the tactics and the necessary things to do to sensitize the people and tell them what is the importance of a clean environment and a healthy nation. And she also, currently I can say, Rohey Malick Lowe has received 5,700 waste bins in Banjul and 4 tractors, only to keep the city clean. I can see that she is willing, before the competition, before the coming of this competition, she is working tirelessly to end that in Banjul. And last month we have a sensitization program at certain streets to sensitize them not to litter. Since we did that sensitization, alhamdulillah, it was effective. Most of the streets that we sensitize, still, if you go there, you will find the street cleans like Hardington, James Senegal, Perseverance, all those streets that we sensitized the last month, it is totally clean.
I hope you are ready to contest or to challenge West Coast and KMC. They're also giants.
I already challenged them and I'm contesting because I know that for sure the mayor will help us and the people of Banjul, they will help us and win this competition.
Thank you very much, Mariama. You heard that this competition is already hot. This is just a mini, we call it, you know, some of you who watch that film, Mini Me. So this is mini me of environmental heroes face to face. KMC, you heard West Coast is saying, forget about it.
Yeah.
Banjul is saying, we don't do talk, we walk the talk.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, like I already said, our mayor, Talib Bensouda, has been working on the environment even before he became a mayor. So now that he's in position, he's working also with all his efforts and team to make sure that the environment is clean. However, we know that there's an anti-littering law which has not been, it hasn't been implemented. That's something that for a long time I've been emphasizing this with the likes of Councillor of Banjul, Boxbar Ward, Aziz Dabagay. You know, he's also working effortlessly to make sure that the environment is clean, because we have to be aware of everyone and our surroundings because we're all in this together. However, KMC is the heart, and I know Banjul is the heart, no offense, but KMC is also a part of the heart of the city, and we need to keep the environment clean. So I know that with all our efforts, speaking to the stakeholders, engaging them, and making sure that we engage with the NAMs. The NAMs are very important. We have our own NAMs in our GYP, but engaging with the National Assembly members of the Assembly House is very important.
Do you think KMC will win the Environmental Heroes Challenge? Because we know your mayor is doing a lot.
Yes.
But this is a competition in another level.
Yes, we will win because, like I told you, we in our team we have very strong militants. All our militants are part of environmental projects or NGOs. So they're already ready. They're already afraid with the environmental challenge that we are facing. So we know that the gutters are already dirty. So we are always working effortlessly to clean them and keep them very clean. And so that's one of our work that we're working on, to keeping our gutters clean. On top of that, we're trying to beautify KMC by keeping it green, planting trees, making sure that it's accessible, and as well as
I hope you have in mind your red zone already.
We do.
You do?
Yes.
All right, so that means this competition is already started. They will select a specific area, very small area, we call it the red zone. Now that particular red zone, these people will be concentrating on it up to a period of 3 months to make sure that they sensitize the people. They put dustbins there. They will test whether in that area, by the end of 3 months, people will adopt the system of not littering on the ground. And how will they know that? Is that they will be cleaning the place. They will make sure that the place is totally clean. If you reach to that resort, you will know, this place is somewhere else. Do you understand? So when I went to Rwanda, I found out that in Rwanda, I can walk for more than how many kilometers, I will not see a single paper on the ground. Mm-hmm. That is one of the reasons why I admire Rwanda. Gambia is a small country. Mm-hmm. We can get there. So all what we have to do is to create strategies of such. Mm-hmm. And these chapters, they are youths. You see them, they are just the leaders. They have a lot of youths behind them that are willing, ready to compete. Mm-hmm. And please, I want to make this very clear. If you're out there, let's support this competition. KMC said they want to win the Environmental Heroes Batin. West Coast wants to win it. Banjul wants to win it. Banjul said they don't talk much. But let's come to West Coast again. Now, West Coast, you heard what KMC said. Strategy is very important. The Environmental Heroes Challenge. We have independent judges that will be judging you. Now, tell me how important it is to the people of West Coast.
Well, Baba, environment itself is very, very sensitive. It's sensitive in a sense that we live within it, and anything that has to do with environmental cleanups or cleansing exercise within our environment should be of our concern. And young people are going to lead this crusade. Currently, I am working with more than 500 young people. By July, we will make sure that we reach our target. That is 1,000 young people within the West Coast. And you have to understand that half of the population is living within the West Coast of the Gambia. From 1963 towards 2003, the population of West Coast was around 500,000 people. When Gambia was even less than 1 million people. And now we are approaching 3 million people. By 2030, according to the United Nations project, by 2030, Gambia will be 3 million people. And most of these people are living within the West Coast. Now, if you look at the environment of West Coast too, I think West Coast stand a better chance to win this project. Because our focus is not only to organize cleansing exercise, but of course to plant more trees within the Western region. I participated in so many cleansing exercises within the West Coast region. And I know how young people are willing, are motivated to make sure that they grow more trees.
I hope that you are not only talking.
No, I'm not
this
talking. I'm not talking.
And the results have to be shown.
No, these are all factual. I'm working with strong men and women who are ready to uplift the West Coast, the Western region of the Gambia.
Let's go to Banjul.
Definitely doing our part.
Let's go to Banjul. You can see KMC West Coast with the confidence they have. I know you are already shaking.
Oh, not actually. As I said before, we Banjul, we don't talk. We just do. They are saying they are planning to have trees in KMC. We already have. We have the project called Green in Banjul. We are green in Banjul. Each and every street that you move, you have a tree. Each and every household, you have a tree. So we already have the green in Banjul. So I can say that we are not only focusing on anti-littering, but we also focusing on the future. That is to prevent Banjul from floating. We are planting a lot of trees at the wetland ton. I'm also part of them, those who are planting those mangroves at the wetland ton for the city to go down. I can say before they are still planning, we are doing.
Mariama, are you ready to win the battle?
I'm already winning. It's not about I'm ready to win. I'm already winning.
This is mini face-to-face.
I'm already winning.
The mega
planning, I'm doing.
This young lady is very confident there. But I can say that confidence is good, but don't be too confident. The environment, yes, is important. And yes, the red zones are, going to help us identify so that people don't litter in those areas and make sure that we enforce it. However, Gambia, we always start something and we don't continue. Mm-hmm. And GYP KMC chapter is going to make sure, inshallah, that when we implement the red zone, we will make sure that there's a continuity.
Expansion.
Yes, expansion. Because you always start something, but then there's no continuity plan. So with the red zone, once we win, inshallah, then we would make sure we sensitize the people, sensitize the communities before we start and after.
Now,
so that...
Senema, I want to ask you.
Yes.
West Coast have a secret. Banjul have their own secret. They will not tell you.
Yes.
I know they're all hiding it.
This is just the tip of my secret. The rest will be revealed once we win, inshallah.
All right.
Thank you.
Now, how will you feel to see young people competing on maintaining the environment clean? That's a beautiful idea. Already beautiful. Yes. And they already said they will win in their own region. So if you are the chairman in West Coast, you better support them, because when they win, the trophy comes to you. If you are the mayor in KMC, you better support them because you are the commander-in-chief. And if you are the mayor in Banjul, you better support Mariama and her team. Because this competition is just starting. It's just a mini-me face-to-face. Mini-me face-to-face. And from there, we'll move to the bigger one. You will definitely enjoy that one, because they will be decorated as heroes. Kemo?
And Baba, one thing I really appreciate and want to commend my stakeholders within the West Coast region is that when we presented our policy document regarding this anti-littering law policy, they were very, very thrilled that they definitely want to put more sponsor in making sure that we achieve this policy. Yeah. Because it is not only for us as young people, but it is for our environment, it is for our parents, it is for our children, and it is for our authority.
And in fact, I want to ask you a question for all of you.
So this is why when we had a meeting with the governor of West Coast, he welcomed the idea. The chairman of Brikama Area Council too also welcomed the same idea, and they are definitely willing to support.
Now let me ask you a question.
I know if we receive such an enforcement from them, this is going to be an easy task for West Coast region to achieve this policy.
Let me ask you a question.
And we are the biggest.
No, I know you are still. Senabu is talking about overconfidence. Okay. And I know you are not overconfident.
I am overconfident. I am confident.
Now let me ask you a question.
Yes.
This question will flow to all of you. The Gambia, they will say, anti-littering in this country. Forget it. It's not going to happen. I heard people saying that. I asked them one case. I said, don't you love this country? Are you not patriots?
So-
Don't you want this country to be the cleanest country in the entire world?
Yeah, of course.
Said yes. I said, but they said, but this is difficult. That's what they said. It's going to be very difficult. How ready are you to make sure that the anti-littering law in that particular red zone you are going to start with, because it's going to expand, is enforced there?
Okay, like I said, I'm working with very, very strong and hard-working men and women, who definitely want to see the success of West Coast, particularly in the side of young people. So any policy document that is already been finalized and codified, know that it has gone through rigorous processes, and we've tested, our ability in achieving those goals. This is why we are moving on with the policy. This is why we choose Jar Oil from Jar Oil towards Brikama Police Station. This is why we agreed to choose around turntable areas in making sure that we conduct this exercise. And this is going to be a 3-month exercise. Before that, we're going to make sure that we work with the law enforcement agencies in making sure no one drop even a single paper within our red zone. And this is going to be achieved.
And I hope the people will be willing to work with you.
Of course, we will.
Mariam,
we are going to provide a system that will be monitoring, our daily activities. It's going to be a system monitoring.
Now let's go to Banjul. How ready are you? Anti-littering is very, very difficult in the Gambia.
Bawa, as I normally said, we don't talk much. But the thing is,
the Banjulians don't talk much. I hope that by the time this competition starts, the Banjul, it will not turn to be a talk.
Oh, we don't talk much. We just implement. But I am grateful. I am 100% sure that we will win this competition. My appreciation goes to Rugil Malik Lowe once again. She is part of the Global Youth Mayors Parliament, and she is nominated to be the environmental heroes too. So with her competition and our competition, it's just like we are already winning.
So
We
you
put
mean
it
the mayor is
together.
already in front
In front.
of the battle?
Yes.
Aha.
She's just backing us to move because she's already in a competition like the same competition that we are. So with her effort and our effort and the effort of our soldiers, I can say.
Yeah.
I have militants.
Your environmental soldiers.
I have my soldiers.
No, she has
I have my
environmental soldiers.
I have my soldiers. And I also have so many organizations around Banjul who are environmentally specialists. They always focus on environment, especially the West African Bat Association. They always focus
I know
on
Banjul definitely wants this trophy to go to them, which we will come back to them. KMC. Now let's come to KMC. We'll still come back to you. The trophy is already is in the middle. You are saying, give it to me. West Coast. West Coast is saying, no, it's for me.
It's for me.
And this one. But before winning this batting, it's not going to be easy.
No.
Because that particular red zone have to be adopted.
Yes, we are. And like I said before, it comes with the mindset. Because I was once at Westfield taking part of environmental cleansing, Setsetal. And, we already cleaned the area, and then one person threw litter. So we said to them, you clean there. They were like, hey, don't worry. So that's the mindset. We need to change the mindset. So that's why we need to start first. Speaking to the people, sensitizing them, talking to them about the environment and why it needs to be clean, how it's going to be beneficial for their health. Because you need to be able to breathe green, breathe the air and not have anything get in the way like dust or rubbish on the floor, the plastics. So we have a lot to do. But this is something we're willing to accept and go with the challenge.
Exactly.
So we're going to sensitize as well as, reinforce that this anti-littering law that's already there. So we don't need to bring a new anti-littering law.
Yeah, it's already
by the
there.
way,
It's
we
just
need to
weak.
already just implement the one that's there and just put our efforts into making sure that it's actually used.
Well,
and if it isn't, follow the rules, the procedures. If you are found littering, you get fined.
You'll be charged for
and
it.
work with the police and work with the KM police and work with our team members that are already ready for this and they are ready to make sure that they see a clean environment, because without a clean environment you cannot develop. And we want development.
Let me ask you, finally, what do you have for your fellow competitors, fellow environmental heroes? They want to take the baton away from you.
Well, like Mariama says, I will not talk. I will just show the action. But no, honestly, we are ready to put all our efforts into this challenge and this competition. And at the end of the day, whoever goes home with the money or the winning baton, we just know that we have a lot of work to do. Because at the end of the day, if KMC is clean, it will help Banjo, it will help West Coast. So we're all in this together. But I know, inshallah, KM will definitely win because our Lord Mayor Talib, he loves the environment. The environment is his baby. So I know he will support us
Thank you
very
very
well.
much. Talib is the general. So let's go to West Coast. What do you have for your fellow competitors?
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Baba. I think I have to drop this condition that proper preparations prevent poor performance. I think we've prepared very, very well. We've prepared in a manner that we cannot lose this competition because already we've put down all our strategies and mechanisms to use in making sure that we achieve this. And this is coming. You have to understand that I am currently working with 12 parliamentarians within the 12 administrative districts, within the West Coast region. And these people are doing very, very well in making sure that their communities or environment is well cleaned. Now, if we are to say only 2 red zones, I think this is going to be a very easy coordination process for us in making sure that we stand against this issue that is going on in our country. Because we know the fine against anti-littering law. I think it's $500 or more. Okay, so this is going to be well communicated through a sensitization program, through billboards, through radio talk shows, through television programs. And people are going to be well informed about this.
And you are ready?
So with this, we put all those mechanisms in place.
What do you have for these two, just precisely?
Yes, of course. They are doing very, very well. I definitely want to congratulate my sister, Senam, and of course, Mariam for their wonderful effort. I know, inshallah, it's not going to be an easy battle, though, but West Coast is going with the trophy, and this is going to be an example. Thank you.
West Coast is going with the trophy. KMC said they will not talk, they will wait for the day and put the action on the ground. What do you have to say finally?
Okay, finally, what I want to say to my honorable members is that we should not only focus on the competition, but we should try and make this as a success and let it continue forever, so that whenever somebody talk about the anti-littering law, they will mention the Global Youth Parliament. I think that will be the plus for a Global Youth Parliament, because we are not there to stay forever. We will go one day and others will come. Let us try and make this a success, not just by winning, but by expanding the places that we select, and even though without the places that we select, but I know for sure that Banjul will win this competition.
Banjul will win, KMC will win, West Coast will win. Who will win? Who will be our environmental heroes? Find out from that flyer. That is just a mini-me flyer too. You will see the bigger flyer very soon. By the time we start this competition after the Ramadan, you will definitely understand what we mean. But we cannot do this without you, because the people involved within the competition, it is you people that will litter on the ground. So therefore, you have to adapt the mindset, like Senabu said, to make sure that you change that habit of littering on the ground. But also, the municipality have to provide the dustbins. A red zone is just a starting point. They want to test and see whether it's possible to change certain mindsets. So that by the time those people living within that environment, by the time you want to litter, they will tell you, hey, pick it up, pick it up. This is the red zone, nobody litter here. Pick it up and put it at the dustbin. So sometimes you enter in that place and then you will like, wow, is this place part of Gambia? We'll tell you, yes, we are expanding it. By the time you come here in the next 3 years, you'll find out that the entire country is the most cleanest country and history will be marked. That's why we call it the Environmental Heroes Challenge. Watch it out. On that note, I thank you so much. And here we will stop until we meet the main event. And you will see more of what environmental heroes mean. Thank you very much. My name is Baba Sise. Until we meet again. The Balance returned for a new season of meaningful conversation. Taking a close look at the development arena. First angle of introducing 3 new segments. Join the first segment, Chat On. And whenever the chat is on, please grab the opportunity. Join our second segment, Breaking the Glass. Finding out great people that have achieved great things. And we will find out how they break the glass. Of course, our final segment, Walk the Talk. Let's put the talk to actions. That's what it means. Where we will find out so many special things that have been put on social medias, that have been put into talks, but we will find out exactly where the works face. Walk the Talk. The Balance Show is back again with exciting interface only on GRTS TV.